It's probably really boring. That's why I don't take you guys on lives very much. But we've kind of solidified some things. So I thought I would just give you an update what we're working on. We're working to be more transparent here, which I do think is super, 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 super important. So make sure if you ever have questions, message me. I talk to a lot of you guys on the phone. Once I know I can trust who I'm talking to, we're talking on the phone and doing all the things. So here's what we're working on right now, and I'm going to give you some updates. I'm at Wayne's office. It is a shed, and it's super warm in here, which is important. That's what we're doing. I will tell you, sheds are better than campers, and people have a hard time with that. The camper's great because it has a kitchen and bathroom, and we're working on some of those solutions, and I'll explain that in a minute. But campers are super, super cold, and a lot of the campers that are being donated, and I know it's not with ill intent, but they have mold issues. They have structural issues. I lived in a camper. I know they fall apart very, very quickly, and they get moldy very quickly. I have a friend, I did a YouTube with her because we're trying to raise money for them to help them get land, and then I'm going to fund a shed house for them to get them out of their situation because they got their second camper donated because they're in a camper that has mold and it was moldy too. And it's just, unfortunately, that's just a side effect of campers sometimes, not all of them. But we're doing the sheds, and this is a shed converted into an office. This is Wayne's office. So what I'm up here doing, I'm actually waiting for a church organization. They messaged me last night, and it was such a blessing because I met a woman at Thanksgiving, and she had a lot of trauma from the storm. She's in Fairview, and a tree hit her house, caused damage. Was given no money with FEMA. They gave her an option for a voucher for a hotel, but that was it. So she went through that and just had a lot of trauma with it because there's also a lot of trees on her property that are still leaning, which is a very common thing here. Things aren't quite very stable. So when you start to get snow, and I totally get why she would be scared of trees leaning towards her house. So they called me last night. This pastor sent me an email, and then we got to get connected via text. And they sent a crew out there to evaluate the situation today. And then they're coming over here to meet me so we can discuss some building materials and just what they're doing and like how do we close the gap. But the reason we find people we can help is because we're here. This is a distribution center. And so when I'm helping people, it's the ones that have fallen through the cracks. These are people that were already in pretty dire situations probably before this. And when you don't have a home that can be fixed up by somebody like Baptist on Mission, you are a renter, and your renter, this is common, renters get removed so the house can be repaired after the storm, and then they are asked not to come back because you can get more for your rent, or people are selling, or they wanted those renters out and we're looking for a reason anyway. That happens. So I'm going to give you an update on the two situations. And by the way, these are the situations I raised money for. I did not raise money under anybody else's name, and you guys know that. We raised money for a 44-year-old man who was evicted illegally. The property was taken legally. They kicked him out, threw him out on his head. That part was not legal. He owns another lot. We will get the septic water separated. We're working on that right now. And so we bought him the shed today. We paid for it through you guys. I'm back on live. Okay. I'm with Christina. Hi, Christina. Hi. So we just paid for that shed. It was what, $7,900? 77 something. And our accountant from the church brought over the donations. And so when the money goes through the church, that's what we do. It doesn't come to me. It goes right to wherever we're going to spend it. So they just write the check to them to save me the hassle of like tax stuff too, because I do not want to get into that. Any GoFundMe money goes to pay. Where's our envelope? Ian's envelope. Did we lose it again?
I put it so we wouldn't lose it.
Christina and I are not great with keeping things. Ian works for me full time. Or I guess for us, for all of us. He's an amazing godsend. So it goes to pay for him and then just random things that we need. So we've got the house purchased. We have another shed that another company is donating that has the toilet, sink in it and shower. That one has a shower. And we're going to add a washer and dryer, probably a stackable for him into that shed. And then we're going to attach the 2 sheds with a catwalk. So once we get them finished out, I'm having the bathroom shed picked up and brought here. So if we need to finish it out any better, I haven't had eyes on it. This is going to be a long-term solution for this person. We're also talking with the code manager, which we are going to figure out what you call that person in town. I'm going to figure it out because I don't know what you call that person. But we're going to get with him up Monday. Wayne and I are designing the house for the family of 6 tomorrow so that we can take it to the code official and he can look at both of these situations so that we know, like from the beginning, we've got everything covered. So we're going to purchase this shed. I did a live on it a minute ago. I'm not going back out there. It's freezing. But we found one. It's a cottage and it has a real door and a front porch, which is super awesome. And then we're going to add a second door in the catwalk in the bathroom and we'll finish it out and furnish it. And I'm really, really excited to get to the decorating part of things because that's more exciting. So we're doing that. We are still working. We'll plan the family house. I did find a friend at my gym. You guys saw him on my live, Cody, that I did the mushroom logging with. He is sponsoring, him and his family are sponsoring that family's 4 children for Christmas. And the mother gave me the list. She's so super sweet. And so we've got everything covered for them for Christmas. Their house will be designed this weekend. And then hopefully we can get all that settled Monday and start to get that built. The situation with the man that was 77 in the shed, that was a garage shed, not a finished shed. He actually had a heart attack. He's in the hospital. He gets out on Tuesday. That situation has gotten more critical. And so I just got off the phone with Patriot Relief. Patriot Relief is amazing. And they are working on a camper situation. And what we'll do in that one, because I just talked to her again, because he's in a wheelchair, we can build a ramp to make bathroom access easier. And then we will put a separate shed on the property. Ian's got one we're almost finished with, and that will be his master bedroom. So it'll be easier to get around because food-wise, they can feed him and bring things to him as he recovers. We might even be able to figure out like a bathroom situation. That's, you know, like a composting toilet or a little outhouse. You know what I saw? There's someone selling a trailer bathroom on Marketplace. It's like an off-grid bathroom situation.
Oh, really?
I might look at that. Yeah, where you just wheel this bathroom in. It's got a sink and everything. So we'll do that. What else are we working on here, Christina? Bathroom shed. I'm waiting on Calvary Church. They connected with me to see what they can do. I'm looking at my very high-tech list here. This is how we stay organized. It's kind of scary. Really, guys, stay organized by your text messages. That's why I'm always like, text me, because I go through my text daily, and that's how I know what I'm supposed to do.
Not you.
Yeah, I think that's it. Those are the situations we're working on. We got 2 range stoves coming today that were donated. So my pastor has someone dropping those. One of them will go to our 44-year-old man, and one of them might go to the shed that's a repo shed. It's going to a mother and her 10-year-old son. They are going to live in that full time. We outfitted it really nice. I showed it on my last live if you want to go look at it. That one was purchased by one of my viewers early on. It was supposed to go to another family, and the only reason we haven't delivered that one yet, we'll do that. I'll take you guys along and put that on my long form video. The only reason we haven't delivered that one yet is their road. What happened in the mountains here, which is real common, is the mountains just like found the path of least resistance, which unfortunately was the roads in most situations, and it just turned roads into riverbeds, huge boulders, all that kind of stuff. So they're fixing the road. She's been allowed to live on this property when someone, I think he called himself her brother. I don't think they're blood brothers, but maybe brothers in Christ, brothers in relationship. So that one's super exciting because they're going to put a wood stove in that and all sorts of things. Drop my very important notes, friends. So we got 2 stoves. We got tree service. I shared that. That's who I'm waiting on right now to talk to them. We needed 3 1/8-inch, which is what I'm hoping I can talk to these other people about when they get here. 3 1/8-inch drywall is what we're on the hunt for, or we can go purchase that if we need to. What we tried to do is find, because there's a truckload of building materials coming in, I just found out here, And then someone else said they had materials. We're starting to get a lot of building materials, which is great because anytime we can use donations, it allows us to use those funds to do whatever we need to do with them, which is, you know, it gets expensive when you're trying to buy a sofa and a bed and all that stuff. We did get a bed donated today. Friend of my church bringing a bed to the 10-year-old boy who's going to be in the repoed shed. So that's coming today. The 2 stoves are coming today. We'll just store them in a shed here. They just got ripped off. Did you find out what they stole?
We have no idea.
Okay.
He's got to call in. We'll have to ask Wayne.
Being ripped off is a thing here. It's a big thing. All over. I got off the phone with Patriot Relief. That's who you call when you need to report people to keep an eye on, because they get the word out to every single person everywhere. And if there's any kind of fraud happening, it's easy to see it. It's easy to pick up on it. And we just work as a team to keep it all legit. And we work together, and we're a huge network. And it's good. But someone just drove in. What were they in? Like a black SUV? He said black SUV, pulled around to the side here, sped off, tires of spinning, I guess. So we think they stole something. There's been a lot of things taken from here.
Yeah, there has been generators and heaters, and if they need it, they just need to come and ask for it. If we've got it, we'll give it to them.
The problem is they're reselling it on Facebook Marketplace. So they come in from other states and take it and then resell it where they're at. And then people, like you good people, are then buying them and then bringing them back here. It makes me want to vomit. Someone sold a welding machine out here. Wayne said it wasn't for sale. I think it was supposed to go to Ian, because Ian helps him do a lot of welding out here. And they just came back and took it.
I went back to work a little bit. I'm working about 12 hours a week.
What else are we working on, Christina?
Selling buildings down here.
Girl, I don't know how you
And the guy that owns the place.
We have 2 sheds. 3 sheds that are just for supplies. And actually, I need to call them today.
You guys have a good one, and Merry Christmas.
2 that if I have extra money, if we could get building supplies in, that just gives us extra money. So there's 2 sheds over on Rollins Road that were purchased to help store things. Storage is a big thing here. A lot of the sheds, people use them for both, because they have the ones we do, they're using it as like a master bedroom, and then they have the top to keep their stuff, because we don't have like used stores here or anything like that to keep anything that survived. So I'm going to donate money towards those if we have any excess at the end of the more critical things. We will get the critical things handled first. And if there is excess funds, we will help them pay for those sheds that are being used for storage. And then there's someone in Barnardsville who's running a distribution. Hi. And they need storage shed. And I actually have one that's a repo that I think I might get over to them if we aren't going to need it for housing, because it's important, especially if you're running a distribution center. I'll show you guys this one. And this is how we find people, because we are a distribution center. So people are always coming here. Anytime I'm here, if I just spend a little time, that's how I meet people in need. Like sometimes it's just a stove. Sometimes I don't deal with the clothes, and I don't deal with donations with the clothes, and I don't personally do any building. I have Ian who works for us full time, and then if we need extra people, he kind of has people he knows, and if we need big time extra people like a plumber or an electrician or something specific, then I'll call those in. But this is our distribution. Ours. I say it's ours. It's not mine, but I'm here a lot, and so this is how I get connected to some of these needs. So this is the main building they keep locked. We've got it cleaned up. If you saw some of my earlier videos, it was chaotic. We got this tent in, and this really helps to keep everything organized. And these are all just donations, and they're needed, and they'll keep coming. And it's always changing. It's so interesting to me. Like, I find it so cool that now people are donating building supplies. We didn't have that early on. We finished all these sheds. We did 13. I still have 2 of them that are here. One's almost finished, and will probably be what we make the master bedroom. I'm walking down to show you guys the master bedroom for the gentleman who had the heart attack that was living in the garage, who's now in the hospital. And then we can build a ramp system to get him in the 5th wheel if we can get the camper for the mom and the 2 teenagers. And we have a repo somewhere. I don't know where it went. They move things around here. Oh, let me show you the one we just bought. This, isn't it so pretty? Is going to the 44-year-old with brain damage. And it's got a front porch. I was gonna get this other blue one originally, and then we found this one came in. So it's got a real door. I'm gonna get him a rocking chair right here and a grill. And it's a great space. We'll take this out because we don't need upper storage in here. And then we will put a door here and then a catwalk to the bathroom. And so in this space, we will have living room, bedroom, and a small kitchenette area. But it's got great light. And then it does have some storage up here. Again, it'll be all insulated and finished out and trimmed really nicely. If we get the building materials donated, or at least some of them, like insulation and drywall gets so expensive. It can help us to do things a little bit nicer, which is nice because this will be his permanent house. This is it. Like, this is the house that he'll live in forever. All right, so that was that one. Let's walk over. It is so cold here, guys, like so freezing. I'm not used to it. Okay, here, this shed's going to a mom and a 10-year-old. And it turned out so great. I showed this on my last live. Isn't it amazing? Bathroom, bedroom, play area, sleeping loft for the 10-year-old. Then that still leaves this whole section to be a living room kitchenette. So this is a great space. It is so cold in here though. And that's the problem with campers in sheds that aren't finished. They actually almost feel colder because they don't have any insulation. Whew. All right, here's another one. This one's probably gonna go to the gentleman in the hospital alongside the camper. And we got drywall. Whew, this one already feels better because it's insulated. So this one's great. And this will be nice because if someone's in a camper, gives you extra storage. And it's not uncommon for families to have multiple structures. Now, originally it was like you got one little 8x10 shed. And then as more stuff started coming in from people donating and bringing campers, then it was like a camper and a shed. And then it was like another shed for a master bedroom. And it's great because it takes these awful situations that are long-term. I mean, these are long-term for a lot of people. And it gives them better options to kind of secure things up. Whew. Okay, we're gonna go walk back. I'm waiting on the Calvary people. I'm hoping I have their number. Oh, maybe this is them. Ah, it's them. Okay, let me flip this around. Calvary Chapel Relief Team. All right, I'm signing off because I need to go talk to them. But just wanted to say hello, be transparent, show you all the things we're doing. I'll be doing a lot of lives as we do this kind of stuff. I always like to do the editing. Hi, I'm on a live. I'm getting off now. But also just want to keep you guys informed. All right, God bless.